Hello, I'm David Burke and welcome to Round the Square.
Coming up, Galway await a rebel assault. A new challenge for Leo McLoone.
I think I'll stick to the football.
Another All-Ireland medal for Brendan Cummins. Plus, super scores from this week's championship action. But first, it's every player's nightmare, an injury at the business end of the championship. And that's the situation Mayo's all-star captain, Andy Moran, finds himself in again. The Ballahadreen Stars' season prematurely ended when he was stretchered off in his county's quarter-final win over Down. Get well soon, Andy. Meath's GAA County Board is on the lookout for a new county manager after Banty's exit. Monaghan native Seamus McEnany left the post after 2 years in charge of the Royals, following their exit from the championship at the hands of Laois. 2012 Leinster Senior Hurling champions Galway meet Cork for the first time in an All-Ireland semi-final in 27 years this weekend. The tribesmen emerged victorious in 1985 and their handling of reigning All-Ireland champions Kilkenny in the opening half of this season's provincial decider was one of the major talking points of the GAA summer. That silverware now packed away, Cork are the next obstacle to be overcome. Now that the Rebels have found themselves in hurling's last four this summer, they want to make the most of the opportunity to push on to fight for the ancient sport's most glittering prize. Brian Murphy made his inter-county debut in 2003 in a league tie against Wexford, but wants more big days out for his native county.
It's a huge honour to play for Cork. I suppose even though you've, like we say, Jimmy Barry Murphy on the sideline, so like when you look out at Jimmy and all he's achieved, you know, I suppose you do get a bit of a tinkle like that. You know, this is an important jersey that you're wearing, and that, you know, you'd like to do the best you can for the club or for the county, and, you know, for the support. It's I suppose the one thing is, like, people can't play for Cork. It's trying to win with Cork is the big thing, and at the moment I suppose we're not doing that. So, you know, there's a bit of added pressure, I suppose, just to try and turn things around and get a few results, and, you know, try and get Cork back up to the top of the table. I suppose we're in nearly the second tier at the moment, behind the likes of Waterford, Kilkenny, Tip and Galway, and, you know, we know we need to step up and to get into that level of performance that those teams have. Jimmy's great. He's you know, he's a great way about him. I suppose he brings a bit of enjoyment even to match days. You know, he has the crack with the players, and, you know, there's a bit of a laugh and a mess before a match, which is good to keep relaxed. And but like when he needs to get serious, he gets serious. And, you know, unfortunately we've seen him crack the whip and the whole lot. So, you know, like that's what I suppose what a good manager does. The highlight was probably the second All-Ireland against Galway. I suppose the first one you don't really, well, I didn't know how to react to it. It was all novelty to me. The second one, you know, I suppose you're kind of more prepared for what's going to happen, and you kind of let it seep in a bit more. I suppose you take in all what's happening, the parade through Cork, coming back in the train, stopping in Mallow, you know, all those things they're very special. We've a lot of building to do. I think, in fairness to the board, they gave Jimmy a three-year term. So, you know, I suppose everyone realises that it's going to take 2 or 3 years to build Cork back up. I suppose, look, we're only taking every game as it comes. That's all we can take. Like, realistically, we're going in as underdogs again. And I think long term, I think Cork has a very bright future. I know there's some negative publicity about it, but, you know, a lot of the players they're very young, and, you know, I'd be convinced in a couple of years that, you know, they'll be reaching the top levels in the game.
This week's player in focus, one of the stars who's added dynamism to the Galway attack this season, from the St Thomas's club, David Burke. A goal-getter from the half-forward line, Burke says celebrations of this year's Leinster success were short-lived, and has been explaining how the Kilkenny win was masterminded.
It's nice to be in the semi-final now, just where we want. I suppose that was our main level target at the start of the year, and, you know, lads are probably came down again. The day of the match, I suppose, there was a bit of crack in the hotel, and we kind of put away the cup now and try and forget about it. And there could be our own downfall too, so just kind of focus on the semi-final now, and that's the main priority for the team now and the panel and the management. The semi-finals are there till we won on the day and nothing else, and I don't care if we win by 1 point or 20 points as long as we win the match next day. That's the main thing. We were just nice and relaxed, going out in the fields. There's no point banging tables, because sometimes that won't work. And we're just nice and relaxed and just ready, just thinking of what we're going to do in the field. Maybe your first ball or second ball, just thinking about what you're going to do with it, maybe, or how we're going to get into the game. And just try and hit the ground running at the start. It's all about the first 10 minutes anymore in hurling, because teams like Kilkenny can put you away in the first 10 minutes because they're a great team. I knew it was in us. I knew we were capable of something like that, and we were saying maybe in other matches we weren't starting well enough, and we said we need a good start. And luckily enough, we were getting the chances as scores, and we had a couple of wides as well, so we knew we were going to get the chances all day. And we only got 2 chances of goals, maybe 3, and we took them. So other days you're not going to have days like that, so you have to be prepared for them too, and kind of battle out matches that are not as easy. Do you know what I mean? I remember Niall Lulu getting the ball, and he was tackled hard, and I think the ball, if he had missed the tackle, he probably would have hit the ball in low. And I remember just running out beside Tommy and just doubling back, and because Donal had then hit the ball in over his head, and just kind of gone the end of it then and turned, and a bit of space opened up. So I said I'd go for it and see what happened, and what could worse, maybe get a pint or something. So luckily enough, the ball went in the net. Any forward that's in the full forward line, what's their main job is to get goals. So obviously when you're going to get the ball, you take on your men, try and get a goal. There's no better way to breed confidence in only winning matches. They'll be flying as well coming into the semi-final, and we'll have a bit of a break, and we'll be maybe a bit fresher. So hopefully we can resemble Leinster final performance again. I watch a lot of GAA and soccer mostly as well during the winter, and maybe a small bit of golf as well. When you get time, I suppose you might get a lot of time to watch telly. I suppose when you're inter-county GAA player, it's a tough one. The main thing I'd say, I've been always saying it, like even coaching younger lads there at home, I just say, when you come in off the field and you look at your teammate, you just say, I give you 100%, and you can't ask any more of any player. If you come in and say that I give 100% in the game, that's all you want.
Injury prevents Cork Coolborough Donal Óg Cusack from playing any part in this weekend's semi-final. The Cloyne clubman has seen big games like this before, and the 2012 Round the Square columnist says the Rebels are just relieved to have made it this far.
We knew going into the Waterford game that this was really a big game for us. Waterford have won a lot of games against Cork since 2006, and that was something that we obviously wanted to turn around. And again, typical of Cork Waterford games over the last number of years, there was only a puck of a ball between the teams, and thankfully we came out on top. Well, I think from a Galway point of view, I was at the Leinster semi-final against Offaly, and they were very good that day, and especially scoring a lot of goals, and had an intent about them that they were going for goals on the day. Having said that, even though they performed so well against Offaly, I don't think anybody could have seen what came about in the Leinster final. They were absolutely outstanding on the day. The intensity and the work rate and the hurling skill that they demonstrated in the Leinster final was a sight to behold, to be honest. And I think that it caught everybody by surprise on the day, and including Kilkenny. We'll head to Croke Park on Sunday, hopeful, and we'll be going there to give it everything that we have, but fully in the knowledge of the task that awaits us in terms of Galway. And if you look at it, we're 8-1 outsiders with the bookies, and in a 4-horse race maybe tells its own story, but we'll be going there to give it everything that we have.
Galway v Cork, the first of this season's GAA Hurling Senior semi-finals, at 3:30 throw-in time this Sunday at Croke Park. Proceedings get underway at Croke Park with the Electric Ireland GAA Hurling Minor Championship semi-final between Dublin and Clare, which throws in at 1:30. Could you handle the pressure and pace of the modern game? How well could you represent your county with the clock ticking down and your mission to test your artistic talents? Setting the standard for this week's county challenge, Donegal's own Michelangelo, Leo McLoone.
3, 2, 1. Go. Nine seconds. Three, two, one.
I think I'll stick to the football.
All copyright on the Donegal logo design for this week's Round the Square rests with Leo McLoone. Ever walked in the footsteps of mythical Irish heroes? Hurlers from the 4 provinces lined out in the Cooley Mountains for this year's annual Poc Fada.
The Poc Fada is a long puck competition that has been going on now for over 50 years. It's been held in the Cooley Mountains every year around August, September of that particular year. The purpose is to see how many pucks or how many shots a player can go around the least amount of pucks, similar to golf, where you have the player who has the least amount of shots will actually win the competition, and Poc Fada is no different.
Poc Fada is very important to us. I have a big interest in hurling, and every boy who ever took up a hurling and read the story of Satanta and Cullen would love the Poc Fada. It's a competition that catches every little boy's imagination.
A familiar face claimed top honours. Another All-Ireland medal for Tipperary's Brendan Cummins.
I have a great passion for the Poc Fada ever since I came up here first now. It must be about 8 or 9 years ago now, you know. So it's a fantastic event, it's a great challenge, and it's, I suppose, the only time in hurling that's an individual sport. And you get to meet players from other counties as well, ones that may not be called the fashionable ones. But of course everybody who comes to the mountain has a chance of winning, and that's the whole joy, I suppose, of coming up here, the competition. The Munster Championship this year was very, very competitive, and we're hoping that those games will stand us. But obviously, like Kilkenny haven't won as much as they have over the years, and they've beaten us 2 of the last 3 times we played them, and especially in the league this year. So it's a big task for us, but hopefully we'll manage it.
And it's Benny Coulter. Got a goal and 2 points last week. Back in it comes from Rafferty, trying to feed it back in. Colm King! Colm King has got his first ever championship goal. Mayo, who take that free kick through Lee Keegan, all the way down as far as Killian O'Connor. Swiftly back in here again as far as Alan Dillon, and that is a smashing score. Point in each half for Alan Dillon.
Now Johnny Doyle decides to take it on himself with a right boot. How often have we seen Johnny Doyle do that? Coming forward, Aidan Walsh bearing down a goal. Aidan Walsh!
Clancy capitalising after the mistake. Now it's Colm Begley. Begley trying to hold on to that brilliant point. Really fine score from Colm Begley. Tall Flynn. Time for him to size up his options. Michael Dara McCauley. Brogan closest to goal. Owen O'Gara looking for it, and it's gone through to O'Gara. Wasn't that a dodgy hand pass? No, it wasn't. Here's Michael Dara McCauley for Dublin. Still going, the midfielder. Gone into the back of the net. The goal is given. The goal is given.
And that is a brilliant point put over by corner forward James O'Donoghue. and McFadden kicks it over the bar.
Cork Ordicus to last week's Round the Square competition winner Gráinne Fahy from Clare Galway, County Galway, who bagged 2 tickets to Sunday's Galway-Cork semi-final. 2 tickets to the Tipperary Kilkenny semi-final up for grabs if you can answer this week's competition question: which county won the 2010 All-Ireland Senior Hurling Championship final? Email your answer along with your name, phone number and postal address to roundthesquare@gaa.ie. Entries close midday, Monday, August 13th.